Hey, what's up, everybody? So, I had a question on one of my recent videos, and that question was, what is your exit strategy? When are you going to sell your silver? How are you going to sell your silver? I'm going to answer that question in this video in just a few moments. But before I do, let me start off by saying this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is my strategy. You may have a similar strategy. You may have a different strategy. Let me know in the comment section below. Um, so, we have different types of stackers in this community. Myself, the reason I stack is for times of economic instability, a hedge against inflation, to protect my money from an unstable dollar. With that being said, the dollar is very important. Fiat is important. We all need fiat. I don't want to have to sell my silver in need. I want to sell my silver because I want to, or I feel the time is right. And that's when fiat comes into play. It's very important. Before we start stacking silver, I believe we have to have a good amount of fiat savings. We need to have fiat in terms of paying our bills. We have to have enough fiat to pay our bills. We have to have enough fiat in savings against, in case of a emergency. We have to have enough fiat for everyday essentials, clothing, food, water, toiletries, toilet paper, toothpaste, all these different things, soap. So we have to have fiat. Fiat is very important. My silver stack, this silver that you see in front of you right here, my entire stack, the stack that you don't see, I hope to never have a need to sell that. And that is why I have a fiat savings. And I hope I have enough to never have a need to sell my silver stack. That doesn't mean there won't be a time that I want to sell it or the right time to sell it. But that's different between having a need to sell and a want or to have the right time to sell. So we have the type of stackers like myself whose silver and gold is a protection against economic instability, a hedge against inflation, and protecting our money from an unstable dollar. And the other types of stackers that we have are the stackers who are stacking for SHTF situations. And those types of stackers will probably tell you that they never plan to sell. Their silver is to barter with and not to sell. But for those of us who do plan on selling at some point, I think when we are buying, we should have our exit strategy and where we're going to sell it on our mind at that time as well. When we're buying, not just when we're selling, but we need to know what our strategy is when we're buying and what types of silver we should be buying. So when I buy silver, I think of how I'm going to sell it. So, which is why I like to stack silver that's highly recognizable. Now, I know a lot of us in this community like to buy a lot of generic, lowest premium possible, and that is just fine. But when I buy silver, I want to buy silver that when I go to sell, when the time is right to sell, people are going to recognize it. No matter where I'm at, people are going to recognize it. If they know silver, they're going to be able to recognize these pieces. So part of my exit strategy is selling to my local coin shop. I don't want any hassle. I don't want any fuss. I want to sell it very easily. So I think when you have an exit strategy, you need to consider where you're going to sell it. So go to your local coin shop, have a relationship with your local coin shop, know what their buy prices are for everything. For generic, for American Silver Eagles, for Canadian Maple Leafs, how much do they pay? My local coin shop pays spot for generics. My local coin shop pays $1 over spot for American Silver Eagles. I don't stack a lot of generic. I do stack some generic, but I mostly stack American Silver Eagles because they're highly recognizable. But I do stack some generic. This here is generic. This is a Geiger bar, 10-ounce Geiger bar. This here is a poured bar, which is not really a part of my stack per se. There's a pretty nice premium on poured silver. I buy poured silver more of a collection type thing than a stackers type silver. But when I buy, I like to think of how I'm going to sell it. So I like to buy recognizable silver, something where if I had to go and sell it out of the country, a pawn shop or something like that, they're going to know an American Silver Eagle. So when am I going to sell? So my strategy can change at any given time. I adjust my strategies for buying, and I can adjust my strategies for selling. So when silver, I probably won't sell any silver until the price is above $20 an ounce. And that is for fiat. Now, I may trade silver for gold when the silver to gold ratio tightens quite a bit. I think the silver to gold ratio is way out of whack. I've said that on many of my videos. So I would consider selling some of my silver once silver gets above $20 an ounce, $21 an ounce, $22 an ounce. I would sell a portion of my stack, not my entire stack. I'm not liquidating my entire stack, but I would sell a little portion of my stack once silver reaches above $20, $21, $22, $23 an ounce. And then if silver were to get up into the $30 range, $35 range, even $40 range, then I would probably sell a little bit bigger of a piece of my stack and then wait for the silver prices to drop back into the teens, $17, $16 range. But when the silver to gold ratio were to tighten into the 60s to 1 or the 50s to 1, we have no idea if the silver to gold ratio will ever tighten into the 50s to 1 ever again. That's speculation. But I do believe the silver to gold ratio at some point, it may not be this year, it may not be next year, but a couple years down the road, the silver to gold ratio will probably get back into the 60s to 1. That's when I plan on trading some silver, not for fiat, but for gold. I will trade a portion of my silver into gold. So that's my strategy, is to sell a little bit of silver when it gets up above $20 an ounce, and to trade a little bit of silver for gold when the silver to gold ratio tightens into the 60s or the 50s to 1 silver to gold ratio. So that's my strategy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to everybody on my next video. Thanks a lot, everyone. sound.